Hello everybody, my name is Fortifier and welcome to episode 11 of Fortifier's Fireside Chats. Today we are playing college football's national championship 2. You still never really get used to saying that awful name. Anyway, so this is obviously the sequel or the follow-up to the original college football's national championship that came out in '94, I believe. I don't remember when it came out. Honestly, I don't care because I don't like the game. But it wasn't so bad because I guess it beat out. No, I can't even justify this game, right? It hurts me to justify. And I get it, a lot of people enjoyed this game. Maybe it was a big piece of your childhood. For me, not so much. And as you can see, we are playing a college football game because we are wearing ye old jersey. If you're wondering what this little spot here is, this is a sticker that I got put on my chest whenever I was like 16, and no matter what I do, I cannot get it off. It is now a part of the shirt forever. I guess you can say it's a little part of me. Alright, so let's talk about the game. I don't like this game. Alright, so growing up, like I said, I played football games. I never played like any sports games on the Genesis or any. I'm having to think about it because maybe I did, but I don't vividly remember playing any old sports games on retro consoles. And bear in mind, retro to me is prior to Nintendo 64. I'm not that old yet. And I'm having a field day trying to find really any information about the sequel to begin with. I know that it's a clone of the professional version, which is Joe Montana's professional football or something to that effect. I can't find any reviews. I've tried to go to Moby Games to see if I can find, some semblance of a nod towards what the game was and why it was developed and, money, cash grab, I don't know. But what I can say is that my opinion of this game is formulated by my past experiences. Hopefully they got rid of a lot of the mechanics that I didn't like in the original game, which included the difficulty, because every time you try to do anything, you don't accomplish anything. You try to throw a ball and you get a interception, or if you try to run, you get tackled. Why? Because of number 2, the camera. The camera is ridiculous, all right? You throw a ball and, okay, so imagine this. Any game that involves a ball floating in the air, whether it is soccer, whether it is baseball or football, in old retro consoles, you can bet your bottom dollar that when you throw something, you kick something, whatever, there's going to be a circle floating on the ground. Your objective is to get your player to that circle so that he can catch the ball or retrieve the soccer ball, whatever. In this game, at least the first one, I don't know if it's in the second one because I haven't played it yet, if you throw a ball or run, it zooms in. And it makes it incredibly difficult. You have that much time to react to it, and if you don't react to it, you're probably gonna get it intercepted. And number 3, the playbook was kind of weird. So once you got used to how it was set up and whatnot, it was okay, but for the most part, it was not too user-friendly. All right, so let's go back into 1995 and talk about what was going on when this game came out. It was very much near the end of its lifetime, but a lot of the greatest games for the Sega Genesis came out after they realized that it was kind of the end of the line. So in 1995, Comic Zone came out, Batman Forever, Light Crusader, Road Rash 3, and this really awesome game called Alien Soldier came out, but you can't play it in America. It was only a Mega Drive game, which is really frustrating because it is so cool. It's an awesome game, phenomenal. And in terms of sports games, I don't know, in my opinion, for what it's worth, it was a bunch of weak attempts at games. I've never played Barkley Shut Up and Jam, but I don't know. I guess there was a little bit of a limitation, and I know people enjoy it, and I feel bad, for talking crap about it, but it is what it is. That's all I really have to say about it. I can't hold this up on a pedestal or describe the past for something that is so ill accounted for, I guess. Let's go ahead and take a look at the card, though. All right, so let's take a look at my copy of College Football's National Championship 2. Here she is. So super simple, just like its predecessor, which I happen to have right here. In the predecessor, we had the simple logo, we had a massive Sega Sports, we had the VRC, and we had the medallion and the late lifespan Genesis logo, so nothing really changed. If we take a look at this, we can see that obviously they did not learn their lesson, alright? This is a little bit different from, say, John Madden, where we expect to see John Madden's face on the front, or College Football USA 96, I don't know. It's hard to make an example because they still do this bullshit. I'm not a fan of this. This is stupid, this is lazy. This is Colorado State. They just took a picture at Colorado State and slapped it on there, and then they upgraded their logo. Alright, cool, you put in Roman numeral 2 and you lighten this up a little bit. I don't like bitching about games, alright? I don't like complaining. I like to look at something and be like, wow, this is cool for the time and age. This is not cool.
This probably is the most interesting thing about it, and actually, I don't even know why it's got there. So right there, it says copying and or transmission strictly prohibited, because that was totally a thing. Anyway. Kids to adults, so K to A. This is a rating that I didn't see very long because they changed it to E for everybody, or early childhood. This is the ESRB, so for those of you who don't know, the first game had a thing from the VRC, or Video Game Rating Council or something. That's what that is, GA being general audiences. When Mortal Kombat came out and they saw it was bloody and Senate got involved, or the Congress got involved, they created the ESRB, or Entertainment Software Review Board. And K-A was a very, very early, and it's kind of refreshing to see that, because a lot of Nintendo 64 games I played had K-A. The Sega Sports logo is smaller. You would have had to have paid a toll to get hints for Sega games. And I think it's funny that they slapped that on here, because why in the actual fuck would I need to find out game secrets for a college football game? That means that clearly you did something wrong and people do not know how to play your game. I digress. Late lifespan Genesis logo, that's fine. The back is normal. That's really all there is to it, so let's go and pop it in.
Alright, Sega blue logo, state, Sega Sports, same intro. Yeah, what the hell? Why does Notre Dame get its own unique trademark at the very beginning? Alright, College Football's National Championship 2, Sega Sports, 1995, Sega, all rights reserved. So right off the bat, the first difference I can tell is that the name of the game isn't spoken like the first one. I actually made fun of it in the other episode. Anyway, let's keep going. Alright, so the graphics look a little less crappy than they did before, but other than that, it kind of looks the same, and we probably have most of the same options, yeah. So all the options stayed the same, which, let's be honest here, guys, football games or sports games in general tend to keep the same formula because they're going off of what made them successful. So I can't really fault them for being the exact same game, but it's not exactly the coolest thing. One of the cool things about records and stats in this game is that there's a battery on the inside of the cartridge that actually maintains that for you. So let's go ahead and do an exhibition to see what teams we got. Because I know that 5 teams were... They pulled out LSU and pulled out Pittsburgh too. That's discouraging. They advertised 32 teams, but I guess it's kind of biased, or maybe they were going off of like who was, you know, the best at the time. But let's go ahead and start with the West and see what's going on there. We got the Oregon Ducks, we got the Cardinal, Bruins, Trojans, Huskies, Cougars, Wildcats, Golden Bears, and we're back to there. In the Northeast region, we have Boston College, Illinois, so they were important enough to come back. Oh shit. Michigan Wolverines, Fighting Irish, Buckeyes, Nittany Lions, Orangemen, Badgers, Eagles, yeah, Miami Hurricanes, Tar Heels, Crimson Tide, Tigers, the other white meat, Gators, Seminoles, Bulldogs, and in the middle, we have the Oklahoma Sooners, Tennessee Volunteers, Longhorns, Aggies, BYU Cougars, Colorado Buffaloes, Colorado State Rams, and we're back to there. So, I don't know how to control the other team. I don't have a controller plugged in the other thing, so it looks like we're playing Nebraska whether we like it or not. Let's go ahead and choose the Crimson Tide. Okay, yeah, I guess we can do it. So in order to do that, we have to select our guy and then we'll pick the other team. Let's do an old-fashioned rivalry then. Let's recreate the Iron Bowl in a really, really crummy game. Alright, cool. What are you trying to get me to do? Just press start. There we go. Alright, so we have the runway. So right off the bat, this is the same. You choose what side you want to be on, and when you go to that side, the uniform changes colors. And I actually like that. I like that purple in the middle. See when it goes down? If we go to the left, we'll probably turn orange. Nope, just white. That's silly. Okay, let's go play this. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I really got my ass kicked last time I played this game because I didn't understand how to play it, and it looks like there's not even a coin toss. They decide who gets to go first. The menus are pretty much the same for the most part. Alright, return wedge, sure. Okay. Alright, so I ran right into him. 14-yard return by number 1. So, one of the things that I hope they got rid of in this game is that whole camera zoom for a pass thing. That was just a nightmare. That and every single ball I threw got intercepted, so let's see if we can do something different.
and they gave me a delay of game. Alright, well, let's try a different thing. I have no clue what I'm doing, guys. So I can still choose my primary receiver. That's alright. And let's go ahead and throw it to him. It zooms! I'm telling you, this is a silly mechanic. It's stupid. It's 100% stupid. It pretty much takes your focus away from what you're supposed to be doing, which is putting your guy in a circle. But unless your guy is there, there's absolutely no chance for you to accommodate that. It's horrible. Alright, let's go ahead and snap it. That was supposed to be a handoff, I thought. I'm getting my shit kicked in. Alright, Jaguar, Kappa. HB slash, right? Halfback slash. Am I supposed to hand it off to him, or did I choose an option? Oh my gosh, this is misery. I fumbled it! Why? Alright, so right off the bat, first possession results in a fumble. This is why I don't like this game. And the thing that really confuses me is that people actually really enjoyed this game. And I can't stand it. And it's not because I think it's a bad... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bad game. But that's my opinion, you know? It's a healthy opinion based on facts. Alright, so they're probably gonna score on us, but it is what it is, right? Alright, so let's go down the middle. This wide DMZ neutral zone. Come on. They're 10-yard fighting me. I still don't know how to tackle. So I tried to find a manual for this on Moby Games or anything, because GameFAQs didn't have a GameFAQ on it. The manual I can't find to save my life. I'd like to believe it's the same controls as the first game, but I don't know. Did I recover the fumble? This game makes no sense. Alright, we're gonna do something to get this damn ball out of here. We're gonna do Tripper, Wishbone, and then that's probably a horrible thing that we're about to do. Let's pick Viper, Delta. I can't tell what's a pass route and what isn't. Tight end slant. Let's go for that one. No, you're unreliable. I threw it to you last time. Please catch the ball. Intercepted. This game is busted, alright? It's busted. Alright, playing defense. Maybe we can get a fumble or an interception of our own. That'd be nice. No, why not? Why would we ever be able to do anything that simply just makes sense? Nickel, 3 deep zone. They're probably gonna score on us. I cannot stand this game. I'm not one to be openly verbal about games because I'm not the angry video game nerd. I don't say things just to say things, right? This is genuinely how I feel about this game. I'm not having a good time playing this. First time I went blind into it and I was like, alright, it can't be too bad. It's a college football game. Sure, it's a clone of a professional game, Joe Montana's football or whatever the hell it's called. But I had some expectations for it because a lot of people were like, this game is awesome and that's a touchdown. And you know what? I'm gonna try to tackle you. I can't even do that. If I throw another interception, I'm just gonna quit. Like, there's no point in putting myself through hell to tell the story of a game that's pretty much already been told, I think. Drive summary. I mean, that wasn't too bad. They did a good job. They recovered a fumble, brought it all the way down, then they fumbled, then I threw an interception. Not too shabby. Good for them. Alright, we're gonna do a return to the left, even though they're probably gonna kick to my right. No, they're actually kicking to the left. I'm very surprised. Alright, we're gonna try this hold down C to do a burst, and I mean that looks like it's working. But of course their tackles are instantaneous. I expect nothing less. Let's see. What are my options? This is the worst screen. I can't stand this menu or this play selection screen at all. Not good. All right, tight end post. Let's do it. All right, fuck this. I'm done.
All right, so I don't rage quit games often. I mean, I did it for the Street Fighter 2 video, but that's only because it was a plot element. It was part of the video. This game has me really fucking spun up, all right? This game has my blood pressure going through the roof. I am miffed. I am disheveled. I am... I don't like this game. I really hope greatly that I find a game that is during this time period that isn't absolute trash. I know that whenever I run into Super Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Bowl, that I'm probably really gonna enjoy myself. I think there's another one, World Cup, on Super Nintendo that was awesome. But this game's bad, horrible. And because of that, I have absolutely no pro tips for you whatsoever. So I guess let's go ahead and rate the cart. So I guess just go ahead and rate the game. Cart. Cart is simple. It's got a hint line that makes no sense whatsoever. Why would you need to have hints for a sports game? And then make people pay for it with a 900 number? Come on, guys. That's childish. I'm gonna give it a 3. And I know that I said that it was Colorado State. It's my fault. It's Colorado. I noticed that, but I didn't want to edit it out because at this point I've recorded so much shit for this video that has either failed or technology has just decided, nope, I'm gonna take a day off. But yeah, not original. 3 out of 10. Gameplay. If they would have learned from their mistakes from the last game and maybe enhanced some of the gameplay aspects instead of just copying and pasting and removing 5 teams, one of which is my favorite team, then maybe I'd have a better opinion on it, but I don't. This is the same game rebranded. It's trash. 3 out of 10. Music! Absolutely not. There's no music. The music that you have are MIDI conversions, and those are trash. They're horrible. And then it like stops halfway through for no reason. It makes no sense. 2 out of 10.
Art. The art in this game is perhaps the only redeeming factor, but what needs to be understood is that even though the sprite works are on point, a game should not be defined solely by the artistic ability of it. That's like having a really shitty game with an awesome soundtrack. It's unmemorable and it is trash. But for the artwork being how it is, 7 out of 10.
Fun! No, absolutely not. Hell no. No fun. 0. So that leaves us with an overall score of 3 even. If we go back and we compare it to all the games that we played on the channel, the last 3 games are actually sports games, so it's hilarious. It did worse than its predecessor, which obviously isn't a surprise to me. College Football National Championship 1, the original one, scored a 3.8 on the channel. This one scored a 3.0. And 10-Yard Fight scored 2 out of 10. In terms of sports games and also football games, it's in 2nd place. In 90s games, it's in last place. In terms of Sega sports games, it's in 2nd place, but that's not saying much, seeing that the company only has like an average of 3 points out of 10 per my rating scale. But that's it for today. I want to have a better video next time. I'm hoping that RNGesus blesses us with a fun game that we can sit down and actually talk about and analyze and pick apart and see, everything about it, but this game is no. So, like I said, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking time out of your day to come sit and watch this. If you like what you see, please subscribe and also hit that bell. That way you can see whenever I'm making new content. In the comment section down below, tell me what you're playing and what I should be playing, because I got a bunch of shit on this wall that I hope is a lot better than College Football's National Championship 2. But you gotta tell me what you're playing, because I want to play it. If I have somebody put in the comment section a game, doesn't matter what game, as long as it's retro and I have it, I will play it 100%, but I have to have the cart for it. That's the kicker. So type away. Maybe you'll hit a game that I have. So from my family to your family, good energy, good vibes. Fortify out.